Welcome to Yada Huda Hootie Yada, where the hosts are hot and the takes are hotter.
Just know, JT coming, JT coming, JT coming, and that's all y'all need to know.
Well, guys, welcome to episode 5 and our first and favorite segment.
I won't be taking questions.
So,
you have a good one today? Yeah.
Okay, I do have a good one. Sorry to Issa Rae. Breaking news, I will not be voting for everybody black. I just feel like, Nikki's going Republican, and there's an argument to be made that she was always kind of dodgy about her politics. But, the Nikkis and the Candace Owens and y'all saw Amanda Seales when she did her
Jubilee
episode.
20 conservatives jumped that woman.
I won't be voting for everybody black. I'll be voting for everybody black who cares about women. Who cares about, the underserved,
who cares
the
about
hungry,
black people?
the black, everybody black who cares about black people. Like, I'm just not, like, y'all, your politic gotta be, in this day and age, you gotta actually care about, the food stamps are going away. People are hungry.
You gotta do more for the community.
Yeah, so sorry to Issa Rae. I was saying I'm voting for everybody black for a long periodically time. Mm-hmm. But now, sorry.
I get that.
And I won't be taking questions.
That's Candace, or not Candace Owens. Wow. Although Candace Owens has a Jubilee too, where it's like one conservative against 20 liberals or something like that. But that one about Amanda Seales, something about the title, was it was like Amanda Seales versus 20 black conservatives. Yeah. It really looked like she was getting jumped. Like it was like she was,
but it was actually her arguments were quite cohesive, and I just saw the sadness in her eyes. Like, you really believe this?
Yes, she was like, "Wow, who were you raised around, and what bubble has shaped your worldview to a way that is so skewed from reality?"
Right. And I saw her post interview that was like, I came in there ready to like fight people, but then I was really like, wait, hold on, like. I can't believe that.
Yeah, she's like, I actually don't want to fight you. I really just want you to see the truth.
Yes.
And not the lies.
Yes. But because of that, I can't be voting for Eric Adams.
But the rats don't run the city.
We do. Sorry to the rats. The rats are going to hate this one.
I have a theory that we are the rats.
Well.
Like, cheese is like one of the finest delicacies. People literally shit in the streets in New York. Everybody's running around, scurrying from place to place. Like, we are the rats.
Do you scurry?
You ever? I feel like if you did a bird's eye of New York, you would just see people scurry, literally scatter. I don't know. I don't
claim scurry. If you claim scurry, write it down in the comments. But
that video is just a whole town hall on the rats don't run this city.
But we do.
The rats are gonna hate this one.
That's the part. So, because I'm like, the rats are around the radio like,
no, but they come for us.
Yeah, I hate this shit. Like, I run this city.
We gotta take this city on the ground.
Take the city back. The rats want to get back to the roots, and I love that.
Okay. Well, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Not everybody black. I get that.
No.
I get that. I mean,
it's time to start being scrutinized.
That Virginia governor, there was a governor race, there was a black woman and there was a white woman. And even the black people were like, that black lady, you need to get out of here.
I mean,
you are about to ruin the state.
I'm like, the capacity for bombastic craziness.
Obama came and rallied behind that white woman.
Yes.
There was a black governor running, and he came and rallied. That just says,
which is crazy. We're not going.
I don't like the picture that it tells, like the story that the picture tells.
I don't.
But it also says a lot that he was like, "This is the person I have to back. Like these are the policies that."
Because I want to vote for everybody black.
Right, I want to.
Especially if you're a black woman.
Oof.
Shout out to my sisters. Okay.
Yeah. All right. I won't be taking questions, is I don't believe in bad texters. I don't believe that you're a bad texter.
I think I don't believe in that either.
Like, what does that mean?
Right.
People are on their phones.
Right.
You don't just not see every message.
Sure.
You're checking your text, you're checking your online, your socials and stuff like that. The truth is, you just don't care.
And I think
you just don't care enough to respond. You're not a bad texter. You just don't care enough to respond.
And maybe they're trying to say they don't care enough to respond to anyone. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just not on my phone like that.
I'm just not on my phone like that is like, yes and no.
No.
Because the person that will say that, then I'll see them on their phone.
Well, that doesn't mean they can never be on their phone, but I agree. I'm that kind of bitchy too. But I do think, I think some people just want to, like, not really be on their phones. They really just use it, like, when there's a need.
I don't know. I feel like if you care enough, you respond to someone's text.
I agree.
That's how I feel about it. So I feel like people use bad texter as like a cop-out to be like, oh yeah, I'm just like not super responsive or whatever.
Yeah.
But, okay, so you're actually just a bad communicator and that's actually just annoying.
Right.
Like,
and I'm being a Morgan. Morgan loves to, if you know Morgan, loves to play devil's advocate. And I always be like, well, why are you advocating for the devil?
There's two sides to the story.
Right.
Adrian Malouf said there's three sides to the story. Your story, their story, and the truth.
And I think that's why I was doing that, because in reality, if someone, especially like someone I'm trying to be romantically involved with, says they're a bad texter, I'm like, well, fuck you, hoe. Cursed.
And here's the thing, right? Like, I don't really believe that anybody has to be on their phone all the time. You need to respond to me immediately. Like,
right.
That's not necessarily what I'm asking for, but like, if I cannot expect that you will respond, it's not the best way to say that. Like, I should be able to expect that you're going to respond to my text at some point. Sure. If I feel like, oh my god, I don't know if you're going to respond to my text or not. I'm like, oh, I don't know if you're going to respond to this one. Like, that's not okay. And I feel like some people be like, I'm a bad texter, and then they'll use that as an excuse to be like, oh yeah, well sorry, that's why I'm not responding to your text. I'm like, no, you actually just don't give a fuck, and I know it because like, I've done that to boys that I don't really care about. Like
what's the engagement going to be on this text? will I get a like?
No.
A comment?
Literally. Because we all have trade that, like, and tricks maybe that, you know, you don't respond to all their texts all the time because that's not what that relationship requires or nobody really cares, right? But, like, when you're, like, talking to someone, maybe it's, like, I don't know, maybe it's, like, a situationship or maybe it's, like, whatever, more than just a hookup, or at least to one side it is or whatever. And they're like, oh, my God, I'm sorry, I'm just, like, a bad texter. I'm like, no, you actually don't care because that's how I talk to people that I don't care about.
So you don't believe in bad texters specifically in a relationship or hookup context?
Yeah, I just believe that you just
100% agree.
Yeah.
Well, and I don't. When I've been the bad texter sometimes. I've looked at a text and been like, that don't require me.
We all have. That's why I'm like, don't say bad texter. Just say, I don't care about you. Oh!
Would you prefer that?
I don't know. That's
yeah, I was like, be careful what you wish for. As the Pussycat Dolls said, right. You just might.
You know what I wished for? What did I? Back in grad school when I said I want a relationship that's fiery. You guys, listen in on this. Be careful what you wish for. When I was in grad school,
tell the story.
I want a relationship that had passion, that had fire. I even said, I want to argue a little bit. I want to fight. I want it to be fun. I want it to be spicy.
Morgan came to me and was like, you don't want to fight you don't want to just fight? And I was like, Morgan, what are you talking about? And he was like, I just want the passion. And I was like, oh, you want passion. And he was like, no, like, passion's not enough. Like, if we're not fighting. I was like, now what the hell is
I was bored.
Did Tyler Perry write your life story? Your life story? If we're not fighting? What the hell?
I was so bored. I was like, I just want to fight. I want to bicker. I don't know. There was something about that energy that felt like, oh, like, we're passionate, so we're gonna get it invested. And guess what?
There must have been a genie. There must have been a genie in the room.
Because I got more than what I wished for. I had a relationship where we fought every day, non-stop.
Fight.
Another fight.
Spat.
Small fight. These two fight. Spat. Bicker.
Kerfuffle.
A tip tap. Well, it's just a tip, I think.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell? That's the second level. Y'all ain't never seen that.
You never seen a tip and then a tap. It was quite awful. And so be careful what you wish for, because you actually very well may get it.
No, you really will.
Actually, drop the may. You will get it. Be careful what you wish for, because you just will get it.
Yeah, that's why you can't just say you want a man. You gotta be very specific. You don't want a broke man.
Oh.
You don't want a crazy man.
You don't want a broke man.
You don't want just any man. Just any man ain't worth the girl.
You don't. Ooh.
You don't.
What did Tinashe say? No broke boys?
No red flag.
No new friend. I'm not.
Let's lock in.
Okay. Okay, it's time to get to the couch. Today we're going to talk about dating potential. And now you may be like, what the hell does that mean? Dating potential is something that, unfortunately, I won't put it on her pussy, I'll put it on mine. I have a lot of experience of dating potential, what someone could potentially be, what the relationship could potentially look like.
And I almost want to say we don't have to define it for you hoes, because look me in my eye, you know what it is.
Right.
I know y'all be dating potential.
Some of y'all have married potential. Oh, I didn't even mean to come for you like that. I kind of just knew it to be true.
I kind of just knew it to be. He wants war.
I'm sorry, I did not mean to shoot some of y'all. Whoo, okay.
You can see how passionate.
If you've dated or married potential, drop it in the chat. Drop it in the comments. Tell us your story. What did Hamilton say? Whose stories?
Who lives? Who dies?
Who tells their story? You do. Tell your story.
But back to the definition.
Yeah. So, dating potential.
Yeah.
How would you?
I think dating potential is this sick disease that we all have been afflicted with at one point or another, where you're not dating or engaging necessarily with the person in front of you. You're engaging with who you think that person could be. And that's not to say, right, I see you at the start of your career and I see you going to be that CEO or whatever. But that is to say, one day he's going to treat me really well. You know what I mean? But he's not doing it today.
One day this relationship is going to look the way that I actually want it to, but he's not really doing all the things that I want him to do.
For now, you believe you're putting in sweat equity.
Right.
To get in on the ground floor.
To get an ROI, return on investment.
You can tell we watch Shark Tank.
Shout out Mark Cuban.
And he's the only one I wish
I almost said rest in peace. He's not gone.
Oh my God.
But he's gone from the show.
I know, we miss him. Okay.
Anyways.
So let's lock in. How does dating potential pop up for you?
I think that I have a history of meeting a guy that I like, and because I don't necessarily like just anybody, when I do like somebody, I think I take it to mean a lot. I think it becomes more intense, and I take it to mean something maybe bigger than it does. And so once I decide that I like you, I can very early on lock in and decide, okay, this is it. And then I'm like, great, we're now building a life together. I just met you 2 months ago. From now on, everything we do is build for us.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that robs me of the experience of actually getting to know a person, of actually truly deciding how much I like them and whether we are a good match. And then I end up dating this future idea of what our relationship could be, even if they're not necessarily providing all or most of the things that I would want out of that future relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you?
I think that's so astute. I have been so guilty of dating potential. And it's so funny because y'all are meeting me at such an interesting point in my life. I was saying this to Morgan and I think one of my other girlfriends. I was like, this has been the first year that I have not complained about a man all year. You know what I mean? I haven't had a
True.
Oh my God, and it's because I raised my standards. But really what it is I think I exclusively dated potential because one, you think that's what you're, well, I shouldn't say you. I was like, well, this is what I get, right? You meet people,
right?
And sure, they're not the best when you first meet them, and I had to realize no, that's not how everyone is. Maybe you don't have to let everyone, be in your space. It's not even just about having sex with people. It's really sometimes I'm I'm going on dates with you, but I don't really see it for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I think the real insidious part about dating potential.
Insidious. Malevolent. It's a malicious force.
It's a malicious force. I'm like, this is a disease.
It's sinister.
We need to stamp this out. We need to eradicate dating potential. Like the measles and the fucking mumps. Like, it's really dark.
Like polio.
And you heard she's coming back.
I
actually don't know that.
I think somebody did get their first case of polio-ish. Because I was about to say we eradicated that girl. Like, she's gone.
And we thought we did. So it's really, stay vigilant.
Stay safe.
Stay safe.
Keep your eyes peeled.
It's so unsafe. It's so unsafe out here. And so that's really what it is. I think dating potential is real. And it's really hard when you have, because you got to bolster up your self-esteem too. Because to say I'm not dating potential a lot of times isn't even a knock on the person you're saying no to. But it's like, you're not where I need you to be to really be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I really, and so sometimes, for example, something I used to do was I would engage with or date men who were like, oh yeah, I'm like kind of open to seeing whatever comes. Sure, that's fine. I'm tired of pretending like I'm a go with the flow kind of hoe. I'm not I am a organic connection. I want to, yes.
A go with the flow kind of hoe.
Write that down. I'm not a go with the flow kind of hoe in the sense that so often when a man approaches you, at least as a woman, when a man approaches you and he's like, oh, I want to see how it can be, he wants to fuck. And it's like, okay, I'm giving you all of the benefits of like nurturing, and sure, if it really is, we're just coming at it as we both just want to have sex, sure, that's totally fine. But if I'm coming at it from a place where like I want to be dating someone and you're coming at it like, oh, I'm open to it, no, that's potential. Because then I'm gonna convince myself that, oh, he's gonna fall for me. Or I'm watching his every little movement of like, oh, I think he's falling. A man that is into you, you will not have a question about it. When a man be on my body, I'll be like, damn, you just can't stop thinking about me. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I've been so guilty of this. And so now I won't even engage with men who are like, oh, I want to see what, that's okay. I love that for you. Find a go with the flow kind of hoe. It's not me. Come to me with intention. And that doesn't mean we're locked in. We're in a relationship day one.
Right.
We can casually date because consistency is the only thing that's going to prove that to me.
Yeah.
Consistency is the antidote to potential.
Oh, that's a bar. Consistency is the antidote to potential. You need to start a poetry book.
Forget Ayana. Kaya, fix your life.
Right.
Kaya, fix your life, because I won't bully you.
That's really good.
Ayana gonna bully your ass.
See, I need to get like that. Maybe my standards aren't high enough. But maybe, I don't know. Sometimes I'm just like, I'm enjoying it enough that
I know. This is why it's so insidious.
But it's so hard. And also, I'm going to say, sometimes it's so, and I know this is antithetical to exactly what you said, but sometimes men are confusing. And if you're confused, then you shouldn't be confused. Yes. But then sometimes,
no. No.
Sometimes
I'm here to tell you absolutely not.
Like
no.
You know what I said the other day that I don't believe in wrong timing. I just believe in wrong person.
Yes.
I already retracted.
You already, and this is why.
And so one thing I'm gonna do is say something, stand on it, and then admit that thing that I stood on was wrong.
And I'm like, y'all the Huda fans, we gotta come up with a name for y'all. Like, what are y'all? Right?
Yeah.
We gotta come up with a name for y'all,
right? The yappers?
The Huda. The yappers is general. Like, people already said, say yappers. So we gotta, write some names for the fan base down below. But, Morgan, I've been trying to be like, baby, it's raise them standards. And here's why raising standards is scary. Because it inherently means fewer people. Right? And so when we convince ourselves that quality equals quantity, right? When we convince ourselves quality equals quantity, right? Because I used to pride myself on being like, I have a roster, blah, blah, blah. And again, when you're just looking to pop that coach, a roster is fantastic, baby. Don't get your roster, baby. Stay safe, but get your roster. But when you raise your standards inherently, when the wall is high, you can't jump over.
Yeah.
Not as many people are going to get over it. But then people that do get over it are going to be quality. So no, a man should not have you confused. If you're confused, you finna lose. Like, dating potential, I really feel like rewires your nervous system to start thinking that you should be anxious in dating, and you should be a detective, and you should be trying to figure things out. You shouldn't have to, keep your wits about you. But you shouldn't be trying to figure things out. And it makes you think that is normal. That's not normal.
Yeah. It's just like, what if, I'm a Pisces, maybe I just love my little dream world, but I'm like, the what if? If the what if came true, it could be beautiful.
I talk about this all the time in therapy. Shout out to you, my therapist. I'm not even going to say her name.
Almost did. Thank God.
Shout out to my therapist. Because I talk about, we're creatives. I used to fall in love with the fantasy because it's such a safe place to be, and it got me through life, right? As a high-achieving, young person, getting the fantasy of, I'm going to go to college, and I'm going to do this. It's so, the difference between, a goal and a dream and a lie is so, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you have to realize when it comes to people, you do have to face what's in front of you.
I don't think I was ready for this one.
Me neither.
I'm just sad and stumped.
When we were playing in this one, we were like, it's going to be easy breezy. I didn't know this was going to kicking you back today.
Hey.
It's getting in there.
Okay.
But hey.
Let's get to the first question.
We have questions for each other again. So Morgan, I'm interested. What is the most bare minimum thing, and I'm talking bare minimum, that someone has done that made you think, okay, wow, this is potential. I've got potential on my hands.
This episode is embarrassing. We are putting our pussies out there for y'all. If we're talking bare minimum, my first boyfriend, he was a good man, but when one of the things that gave me a green flag was that he would text me back. Simply, he would just respond to my text and all that regularly, which is so sad, right? And let's circle back to the bad texter thing of why I'm see, I don't really believe in bad texters,
right?
But I'm I think I had a history of dudes that I was interested in just not really responding to me regularly, or just not responding at all. I couldn't expect a response from them, right? And so when I met someone that I'm oh my God, wait, you text me back and you like talking to me, and you're at work and you still can text me back. I was wow.
Do y'all hear?
Wow.
But you know.
Right. So that's, bare minimum potential. Now that one, I guess it didn't fully work out, right? Because we're not together anymore. But it did work out for a time.
Right.
So,
right. And they all do.
But it's still the bare
minimum.
I could never date someone who actively professes I'm not a texter. I won't really text you. Right. I like to text. I like to talk on the phone too. I like to FaceTime, but I like to text because it's low maintenance contact, right? I don't have to focus on a phone call or focus on a FaceTime. I can check in, and texting is nice. Sorry, actually, do not call me all the time. Sometimes I do not have the energy to be on the phone.
Yeah, you do have to upkeep so much when you're on the phone.
It's and FaceTime is this is cute, but I'm in the office. Just text me. We could, you know what I mean? So, but it is also kind of a bare minimum thing. Someone should want to communicate with you. It's the Love Is Blind Denver boys when the wives were begging them. They were I'm begging you to come home and just talk to me. They're
say hello.
They're I just talk to people all day at work. I don't want to say a word. I just want to come home and sit on the couch. And their wives are I just met you 4 weeks ago.
I don't know you. You're a stranger. And they're so you're saying I can't come home and go mute?
And they're just tell me about work. And they're I don't want to talk about work. I don't even want to talk to you. And she's can you say anything? And they're no.
And they're this is how marriage is. They're get used to it. Buckle up, buttercup.
These women are asking for the bare minimum. So that's my bare minimum, yeah. How about you?
There was certainly a time when like quick responses or responses at all were my bare minimum too.
And just sorry, a side note. What did you say before? Consistency is the antidote to potential.
Sure did.
Oh. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like consistency in texting, right? It's not about the quickness in the response. It's more the consistency and the reliability that you're gonna communicate back.
Sure. Yes, and I also think, especially in the age of ghosting, consistent responses feel like, oh my God, it's something, right? But ghosting again has lowered the bar, right? Because we know that it's so possible for someone to just disappear without even giving you the benefit of breaking up. Without a trace.
Gone like the wind.
Ghosting, I think, really reminds you how, like, not actually connected to people you are. Like, you can be in the same city and never see a nigga again.
Right. And they still live here.
Yeah.
They live actually on a block away.
100%.
And somehow...
Never.
Like a thief in the night.
Doves in the wind. And so it really is...
But still somehow you'll run into your ex at a club.
Moment of silence. You will. And so, yeah, I think there was a time for me that was my bare minimum thing too. I think something for me that was a bare minimum that maybe I didn't realize was a bare minimum at the time. I mean, that's the whole point, right? You see potential because you don't realize it's just bare minimum. Is
you preaching today?
Like, right? I'm kind of on one today. I like. I remember the first time an ex-boyfriend like went to a thing that was important to me. Like maybe I was in a show or something. And I was like, oh my God, like you really took time out of your day. Baby, sweetie, honey, my love. That's the barest of minimums. This man wants to be inside of you.
Right, he could show up for you.
And that's the thing. And that's why I think I'm so hard on the girls when I'm like, baby, lift them standards. Because it's gathering dust on the floor. Mm-hmm. Lift them up. Mm-hmm. Because I'm like, well, that's nothing. But at the time I was like, oh my God, this is like, yes, that's my man. And here's the thing. It allows us to just expect less of each other. You know what I mean? And listen, the rats are going to hate to see this. The low effort niggas are going to hate to hear this.
Oh, they're going to hate it.
The low effort niggas are despising me right now. Y'all are writing your face pieces. You're sucking the Cheeto dust off your fingers.
We're trying to empower the girls, the boys, the big men, everybody.
They're typing the things about your girl.
The Yelp reviews on this podcast are about to be 0 stars.
Go stupid, they're finna go stupid, they're finna go down. But still I fight.
Still I rise.
Still I rise, like Maya Angelou said. And here's the thing, and I love that TikTok trend that's going around with like couples. Now here's the thing, when I'm not in a relationship, I don't like to see a happy couple.
I love seeing couples. I actually even follow this. Oh, I almost said
this. Right. This should have been I won't be taking questions for next thing, but like when I see happy couples on the internet, when I'm not in a relationship, I'm like, I just can't wish you the best. I'm so sorry. Some people I do wish them the best, especially if it's a black woman being loved on, but a lot of times I'll be like, I do have what I want. Anyways, not the point. The trend that's going around where like couples will be like, is this bare minimum or princess treatment? Like, I love that.
Oh, I love that.
Have you seen that?
Yeah.
I love that because I'm like, yeah, raise up. Now, sometimes I'll be like, damn, that's bare minimum to you, sis?
Right.
But...
And then it's like, oh, your standards are high, and they've been met.
And you can say for yourself, like, okay, it's not bare minimum for me that he pays for my nails every 2 weeks. You know what I mean? Like, I saw one that was like, that's bare minimum. And I was like, okay, that could be bare minimum for your relationship. But... I love that the minimum is higher than we think it is. I'm really in love with that. That's just the phase I'm in life right now, mm-hmm. And I hope I stay in that phase and my friends are probably so happy to hear this because I used to just accept nothing. Mm-hmm. I mean, just.
You know what? I'm gonna raise my standards. On my next one.
Morgan out here giving claps for crumbs. He'll give claps for crumbs.
I'm kidding.
You only playing yourself.
Right.
Shit, I don't care.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna raise my stand. You're really speaking to me right now.
I'm trying to speak life into you.
You are.
And you.
You are. Thank you.
I love you.
I love you too. No, I have another question. So, my question for you is, what's the most delusional thing you've justified because you saw potential in a man or in the relationship? Delulu. Crazy.
No, I know I've been your pastor for this episode, but now I'm about to expose myself. I think the most delusional thing I've justified because I saw potential is this guy I was dating, and it was super early stages. We weren't even exclusively dating, which is important to the story. He would be like, oh, every one of my exes is like crazy, right? And any guy that's like, every woman you dated is crazy.
You're the problem. The coons is you.
The grandma was the baby. Like, you're the problem.
100%.
And I remember he didn't tell me that this was his ex at the time, and he was kind of lying about it. As you know, he lied about everything.
Park bitch.
It was actually before her. And you know, before her.
Oh,
there was a prime bitch prime. I gotta come up with a name for her.
The bitch before the bitch before the park.
The land before time. She was like digging in his butt. Like she was like, I don't want to hear from you. I don't want to like. I truly don't care if you live or die. And in my mind at the time, because I saw potential in this man, I was like, well, she's just crazy. That's just a crazy bitch. Like, you know what I mean? And I wish I could go back to me and shit me. Mm-hmm. Because I was like, and it's possible, right? It's possible. You know, people don't like everyone. Everyone's not good. A breakup being contentious doesn't necessarily mean that the person is bad.
Yeah.
But I know how I felt. You know when your female woman intuition kicks in and you're like, maybe girl, this ain't it. I said, shut up, ho. We're getting a man tonight. So right. So I justified it, and I was like, I let him tell me, oh, she was crazy, and I was like, yeah, she's so cool. She's so cool. And ladies, I'm sorry, it wasn't my finest girl moment. It wasn't, because I saw potential.
And we've all done it for.
It's an insidious disease.
We have all painted the red flags green for some good D.
I mean, you look down and the brush is in my hand. It's dripping green paint.
Those rose-colored lenses. Yeah. Okay. That's yeah. Okay. Mine is also dark. Also dark. We've grown. I've lived in SoCal for 5 years, and I've done so much growing over the last 5 years in emotional maturity and relationships and all that kind of stuff. It's actually crazy to look back on. I think that's why I'm not maybe ashamed to say this on this platform.
And I think that's why we started this podcast.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. My previous ex, he didn't want to be in a relationship. Like, he didn't want to be in a relationship at the top. In fact, like, early on, had said to me, you know, oh, I don't know if I want to be in a relationship. Like, I might end up having to go take care of my mom in another country at one point. Like, I don't know anything that could happen. I just don't even know. But we vibed, and, you know, me liking him, when I like someone, when I want something, I kind of just go in on it. And I was like, I'm going to make this happen. I decided very early on that was what I wanted. So I was doing anything and everything I could to tie this man down. And he did not want to be in a monogamous relationship, period. But he also didn't even know if he wanted to be in a relationship at all. And so I had to prove my worth and make sure I didn't have to, but I wanted to prove that like I was worth it, and that, you know, like a relationship with me was going to be different, and that it was going to be all these things and whatever.
I'm literally breaking out in hives.
So he told me at one point that he didn't know if he wanted to be in a relationship, and I was like, okay, but like we're kind of doing something, and he's like, yeah, but like I just don't know, I need more time to think about it. If I do want to be in a relationship, it would be, you know, I think I might be poly, and I want to be able to, you know, not have to squash any other romantic flames just because I'm in a relationship. I want to be able to pursue other romantic relationships and engagements with people, even if I'm with one person. I think I might be poly. I've never tried it, all this.
He said, I have a duty to the community, you see.
At one point, he actually literally told me a story about when he was a kid, about how his mom said, you have so much love for people. And he was like, I just have a big heart and I have so much love to give, and I just need to share it. And wish him nothing but the best. And
I be wishing bitches the worst.
He is not for me. I don't ever get to speak to or see him again, but I wish him nothing but the best. Right. But so I when I ended up like asking him to be my boyfriend 3 months later, it was like under this agreement that we were gonna be in a poly relationship, and that he was gonna be able to, and I could too, even though I never wanted to, but I could. But that he was gonna be able to, you know, indulge in other romantic feelings that he had with anybody, and see other people. And I justified to myself that, okay, well, I've proven to him that he likes me, and that being in a relationship with me is something that he wants. Yeah, he wants to be poly, but if he sticks with me enough, he's gonna realize that he doesn't actually need anybody else. So I still did everything. Things I will not even say, honestly, on this podcast. Things to like prove how special he was to me, but also, honestly, maybe in a selfish way. Actually, no, it wasn't selfish. It was selfless. I wanted to do it, but to prove how much he needed me. And I like really, really went down like a role of I'm gonna do everything to support you in any way that I can, to prove how much I want to be with you, and therefore how essential I am to your life, and then you'll see that being with me is all that you need. The delusional part is this man literally said, he said I want to be poly. He said I want to be able to see other people, I want to be able to date other people. And I justified that into thinking, okay, well, I've gotten him into this relationship with me. Almost like I tricked him, because I wasn't trying to pull the wool over his eyes, but I'm like, I've proven to you that I changed your mind about not wanting to be in a relationship. Now I can change your mind about needing other people. That was the delusional part. I hope you all tracked that. That was kind of long. Tangents. There's yada hudas and hudas and yadas.
You know when you just want your friend to be like,
oh, please.
I'm sorry.
Don't get emotional.
I'm sorry.
You know what? This is the show.
You know when you're like, you're so great. I want someone who is going to like never make you question that. And so Morgan's right. He has grown so much from that, but it's just so hard to hear about times when you had to question that. I mean, like begging for a nigga's love, like
don't cry.
That and COVID are the scariest things I've ever heard. Like that is literally terrifying. That is my sleep paralysis demon, begging for a nigga's love. Like, I love you so much. I love y'all, and I don't
want to beg anymore.
You should not.
The funniest part about that relationship is he did end up dating someone else, and there was after that time, it was really hard. I could not deal with it. It was another thing that caused a lot of fights, because everything caused fights, because we were never meant to be together. We never actually worked. But there was a 2-month period after that when he decided that he was like not going to be poly for a while because he was like he saw that like it just wasn't working for me and how upset it made me, and he was like, well, I don't really need it for now, like maybe we can revisit it later. So in a way like I did kind of get what I wanted, but then some other stuff happened and it just shined. It just we just didn't.
The like cross. I don't know what to call it because it's probably it's like a relationship framework. The like cross relationship framework things don't really unless it's genuinely like open, right? Like I've talked to guys or like gone on a first date with a guy who was like, oh, you know, we're open and I'm comfortable shutting it down anytime she doesn't want to or whatever, which is fine. But I think when someone is genuinely poly, if you're genuinely not poly, in respecting them, you're like, and yourself, you're like, no, I can't. You know what I mean? Like, and this is what I mean about making the harder decisions to say no now, to spare yourself a heartbreak later, because the potential of like, oh, maybe he's not gonna be like, it's not a phase.
Well, the funny part about it was like I fought so hard to get this relationship because again I decided like.
And you fought it.
I fought, and you should not have to fight that hard. I'm not going to say that there can't be miscommunications, and there are plenty of relationships where somebody didn't necessarily want something at first, and then you keep spending time together, and people's, you know, things happen. So, and that's dating potential, but I'm always open to the future of love. Can I say? And, but the funny thing about that was I fought, and actually, ultimately, I kind of did get what I wanted in a roundabout way. And then the table kind of flipped, where once I got what I wanted, I kind of realized that I didn't actually like him as much. Like, we had our, like, monogamous period. It was actually kind of a happy 2 months, and then some shit happened, like, the next month, and it kind of just, like, made me realize I didn't really like him as much. I also was, like, doing my own thing in LA. I was finally, like, exploring and becoming my own person. I think I tied a lot of, like, identity to him, and once I started tying my identity to myself more, I realized, like, oh, wait, I don't like you like that. But it's a funny thing of, like, I fought so hard to get what I wanted, and then once I got it, I realized, oh, I don't actually want this. Yeah. When, like, had I not moved in that kind of way, I might have realized that way sooner. Yeah. But I wouldn't have learned the lessons that I needed to learn from that relationship. And a bad relationship will teach you everything.
It will. I've learned so much from my last bad relationship. I could write a show about it.
Just toxic. I hate a toxic thing, though. I don't want that anymore. I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight.
I don't either.
I can't believe I wish that. I don't know. You know, with your friends where you bicker a little bit and it's like, haha, fun. No. I think that's what I think I wanted that a little bit. But even that, I'm like, I want peace. You can't even
stimulate fighting around me. Like, I can't even watch reality television where they argue too much because they get me hot. Like, now I want to punch you in your mouth. Like,
I want, like, silly fun and, like, we can, like, play fight, but truly I want peace.
I want peace. Be my peace.
And what is
That's
peace?
What the niggas say.
Love is peace. Love, safety, and freedom. You ever seen, what's that movie? Old Man, Old Nine, yeah. You know the one with,
Baby, you don't know.
Aubrey Plaza! Old Man! It's not called Old Man. Whatever. Anyways, she goes back and she sees her younger self and she's like, what is love? And she's like, I don't know. Love is peace and safety and freedom. And I was like, wow, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. You don't agree?
No. Next question.
What is love to you? Not safety, not freedom, not peace?
I think it incorporates all of those things, yeah.
What's missing? Sex, fun, kink, thrill.
I think
a little danger.
A little danger. Let's get to the next question.
Okay.
I don't think I have a clean answer.
Well, I know what
Love
that
is
is.
messy.
Oh.
So our third question is, how do you know if you're dating potential versus false hope?
So I think the way I would classify that, and that's actually two really good terms, like potential feels like this is going somewhere positive. And sure. I think all successful relationships started with potential.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
So
everything.
But false hope is this thing that I feel like a lot of us, and maybe a lot of my situationships have stemmed from this like false hope of potential rather than like what the reality of what something is. And I think the way to know the difference is one in how are they actually treating you day to day, and to your point of do they leave you confused? If you're confused, it might be false hope. If you have a list of things that you know make you feel safe in a relationship and that person is checking, I'm going to say 50% under, but really maybe even like they need to be checking at least like 75% probably.
That's just a C.
And I'm trying to raise the bar and I'm afraid to raise it too high.
C plus.
But I'm saying if you have 4 things on a list and they check 3 of them,
sure.
You know what I'm saying? Sure. So that's okay. But I think those are some of the ways that you can tell whether it's potential versus false hope. And also, does it feel like a fight? Do you feel like you're having to prove something or protect and hold on? Or does it feel like you're going on a ride and you're both in a car seat or a roller coaster ride together and it's just moving? Yeah, there's another metaphor there, but
sure. We're the king of metaphor.
There's like a driving metaphor, right? It's like, are you both in the driver's seat? Are you comfortable being?
You have to both be in the driver's seat. That was my thing with the roller coaster, because like you're also driving, but we will belabor a metaphor.
Yeah. Maybe you take the driving metaphor when your answer. You
don't want to. That is the one I wanted to use.
Oh, okay. What do you think?
It's
a tough question.
I think it is kind of tough, but it's also kind of not. And this is again this is one of the biggest questions that I was thinking about in therapy for a while, because I felt so hoodwinked from my past relationship. Maybe we'll talk about it sometime. But I think that, and there's a couple different metaphors, right? One is like a road versus a dead end. And so it's hard when you're at the start of the road to tell if it's a road or it's a dead end. But what do dead end roads give you? Signs. There's a sign that says dead end. And it's whether or not we listen to it, right? So the difference, I think one of the biggest differences is that people don't often tap into how they feel, right? We so often push down how we're feeling when that is such a good indicator of what's going on, right? Like you said, how are you feeling after you're with this person, right? I broke up with this guy once because the like dates were fine and he was just, like doing all the things that I wanted that felt like boyfriendy things, but I would leave every date with him like, oh gosh, yes. You know what I mean? Like,
damn.
I'm back in my space. And if you know me, I love being around my people.
I dated a guy like that where he would be there, we'd be sitting in the house watching TV, and I was like, I actually wish that I was just here by myself. Like, ooh.
Yes.
That's a bad sign.
Right? And I would be like, I think I talked about a different guy on a previous episode. I might have said this, where he like described me to myself.
Yeah.
I said this, right?
I don't know if you said this on this.
He described me to myself, and he was like, well, you're just not someone who like wants to talk to the person you're dating very often, and you like don't want to see each other super often. And if you know me, that's not me.
No.
You know what I mean?
We want to be.
I want to be up under my like. I want to
brown
be
nosing, like
come on, like it's you and me, baby. And I was like, you're right. That is how I show up for you, and that is me, my body telling me something, right? And he would again all the things that I love. I always say I love when a guy is like, if you don't have to be making the plans, like telling me what to do. Don't tell me what to do, but like having options, like, oh hey babe, I saw this. Like, do you want to go to this? Or there's this show that's coming to town. Like, do you want to go see? He was doing that, and I would always be like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, okay, that's a like psychosomatic symbol, right? That often people don't listen to. Or like you're saying, do you feel anxious around this person? And so often we confuse anxiety for like excitement. Yeah. Right? Because they're two very similar sides of a coin.
And how do you feel when they're not around?
How do you feel when they're not around?
That's a big part of the potential versus false hope.
You get a text from them. Like, it's a big part. Yeah. The second part, and I'm going to hold y'all hand when I say this. And I'm going to hold my hand, too, when I say it. Because I need to listen to it, too. Believe people the first time. Not the second time. Not the third time. The first time. Right? And I think that is a really big difference. Not to say people can't make mistakes. Not to say people can't apologize for things. Not to say things don't come out wrong. That all happens. But how many of our stories today were like, and he told me this, and I heard what I wanted to hear. Right? And it's because we didn't believe the first time. Right? I'm just not doing. I just don't want to convince somebody. And let's be clear, dating is convincing someone to be with you. It's just not. You know what I mean? It's auditioning.
It's not a forced convincing.
It's not a forced convincing, right? It's people seeing you and you seeing them and deciding if that meshes together, right? But when you start to feel like I'm convincing this person, or this person is trying to convince me, and I'm not convinced, but like I'm convincing, then I feel like you're dating false hope.
That's very true. It's very true. And I was going to say, well, what about when their words and their actions don't match up? And what about when their words are saying one thing, but their actions are doing the thing that they say that maybe they don't want?
I love that you said this. I love that you said that.
Yes.
I love that means they're inconsistent. And consistency is the antidote to potential.
I was going to say it's the antidote to false hope. Because potential can be good, right?
Potential can be good, sure. It's the antidote to dating just the potential, just the person. But yes, it's the antidote to false hope. Either one works. But you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, do you want to date someone for whom their actions don't line up with their words?
Yeah, I don't.
And that's what I think about too. Like, I have to stop and think so often, like, do I want to date someone who I had to convince to date me? Like, at some point, that makes me resentful. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, no, I don't feel like you chose me. You know? Yeah. I feel like you were convinced.
Yeah, I don't want to have to convince you.
Me? And this is a self-esteem thing.
Yeah.
Me?
I shouldn't have to convince your face. Disgusted.
Bombastic disgust. Convince you of what? For why? Eartha Kitt said, shout out to Eartha, rest in peace, said, compromise for what? And now I do believe in compromise in relationships, but like, also, compromise why? There are billions of people.
If you know you're a prize, you shouldn't have to convince someone to keep you, to take you, to want you.
And be a prize. Be kind. Be empathetic. You know what I mean? Be care. I'm not saying like, be like, show me what you got. But also know your worth.
Yeah, I don't want to convince. I don't want to
convince. I don't want to do
that ever again. It doesn't turn out well.
It never turns.
You convince them, and then you realize you don't even
you
like
know
them
I
in the
believe,
first place.
and this is maybe a little toxic. Every time I say this, my therapist takes a deep sigh, and well, girl, that's how you get your check. But every time I say this, she's like,
you're like, you better hope I don't overcome
you
this.
better
I
hope.
don't need you, bitch.
Right. So what's gonna happen? I think the guy has to like the girl more than the girl likes the guy. I think those are when the best relationships works out.
I think that, like, yes, I think that, like, the girl needs to like the guy 100% and the guy needs to like the girl 120%, right?
Yeah,
I don't think, if the girl likes the guy 60% and he likes her 100%
These are
now,
failing grades.
that's what I'm saying, though. But that's what I'm saying. The girl can't be below, she can't be failing.
Sure, what
like,
if I said that's the bare minimum? That's table stakes.
Well, that's what I'm saying,
Yes.
though. But some women will like a guy 60% and the guy will like her 100%, and then she kind of walking him like a dog, but not in like a good way, kind of in like a, oh, wait, you're just treating him like shit.
Yes.
Right?
Yes,
And that
yes.
I don't support.
We be the culprits too. Okay.
Right.
Okay. You got me.
Right. Okay, we have one final question. How do you not date false hope? Right? How do you date true potential while also allowing space for your partner to grow? People are always changing. We're always evolving.
A good question.
It's really hard, I feel like, to, 10 years from now, we're not in the same place. And how do you allow your partner to go where they need to go, not hold them back so that, like, y'all can work, but also keep the relationship alive and work?
Yeah. And I think it's so important, too, because I think some marriages that dissolve, or not even marriages, but like long-term relationships that dissolve, are just because people grow in different directions. And to some extent, there's not much you can do about that. I think the biggest difference, or the biggest way to date and cultivate true potential versus false hope, is to realize if you're doing it together or versus the other person. Right? Like, are your list of cons or things I would change or whatever, like, is it about changing the person?
Yeah.
Or the circumstance, right?
Yes.
Is it like, our circumstances currently that we're both middle class and we're working these 9-to-5s, and we want to leave, and I want to start this creative job and he wants to start a business, and like there's dating potential in that. Or like I know that we're saving up to buy a ring. I'm not gonna get the ring I want right now, so we're not gonna propose. But you know what I mean? If that's an actual reason and not being lied to, because I've just seen too many TikToks. Right? If there's a shared goal that you're working towards, then that's potential. And I think giving your partner the room to grow is like, I'm doing it with you, or like supporting you. Dating false hope is like, I'm hoping you will change, right? Like, not the circumstances around you, but like you will change.
Yeah.
And I just, that song, You Can't Raise a Man, He's Already Grown, What You Gonna Do?
Right.
You wonder why he act like a boy? Right? You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like, is it you together versus the problem, or is it you versus each other?
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I just feel like, so often if I'd listened to that framework in previous relationships, I would realize, like, I'm hoping to change this thing about him. I dated this guy who was like, I'm literally, and this is what I mean, believe niggas the first time, was like, I just don't, like, I'm not gonna want to get married. And I was like, oh, so often guys say that until they find the one. And I'm gonna be your one. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or I could be like, oh, okay, I do want that. You know what I mean? Bye.
Nice to meet ya.
Go with love.
Go with love.
Go with love. You know what I mean? Because that, it's not going to be me versus the circumstance. It's going to be me versus you.
Yeah. See, okay, two things on that. I think, yes, what I was going to say is it definitely has to do with, do you like the core of who this person is?
Oh,
and it's still tough because as much as people don't change, people do change. I'm a believer that people change. And some people say people never change. People stay the same. I actually don't believe that. I truly don't. I think that people stay the same just as much as they change entirely, right? So you don't know this person that you're falling in love with and that you have a relationship with now, 10 to 15 years. Some things might happen in their life that have turned them into a person that is just completely different. And if they don't want to change that part of them, and that's what pushes you apart, then it's not really something that you can change. But you really need to cultivate a love and appreciation for who the core of the person is. And also, I mean, I guess maybe this is assumed, but I feel like quality time is really important. Having shared experiences and memories that you've grown over time, and the long dating phase, like really getting to know a person before you lock in. Because I'm not even gonna say just straight people, y'all do be getting married real fast. I'm sorry, y'all be like, oh my god, I met him 3 months ago, now we're engaged or getting married next year. And somehow y'all will have like 25 years of marriage and a happy family, but then other times y'all get divorced real fast. Or
sometimes we'll be married for 25 years, but
it's been the most unhappy marriage.
You know that man got another family.
Right, and you might have another man on the side too, right? Like, but I think I come from a place of like so quick getting into everything that I'm like, spending time to really get to know a person. I'm talking like we could know each other for like a year before we decide, okay, wait, let's like really, really like see what happens if we like try something.
You had me in the first
But really, really spending time to get to know a person so that you're not, so that you're not just getting to know them as you're also like in a deep committed relationship with them, right? Like I think that there's something about knowing a person before you are entangling your lives together, rather than trying to become friends and partners at the same time. Because then you might realize that, you're not really friends to begin with, so now the partnership is rocky because the friendship is also... So I think that's part of my answer. I lost you.
So bad.
You didn't like the year time frame. You didn't like the year time frame.
I didn't like the year time frame. I didn't like... Niggas love to waste your time. That was just a waste of time that I heard. What the fuck? Give me a year to figure out if you even want to start trying to maybe kind of think about wanting to know if you want to date a bit. Go with the wind. Not go with love. Go with the wind. Because I think dating is figuring out deeply, and I think you can only do that through intention, right? Because if we are not intentional, think about it. If I am just, I see you and I see you and I see you in these circumstances, I'm not getting a full picture of you. I have to be intentional to see you with your people, to see you with your family, or your found family, or whoever means, you know what I mean? I have to be intentional to see you in conflict. I have to be intentional to see these things. If I don't try and see these things, you could be fucking on a nigga for years and be like, you had a middle name? Right. You know what I mean? Because you're not intentional about it, and that's fine. But I'm not giving them a year to figure out if they.
No, I'm not saying a year to like just start dating. I'm saying you could be dating for like a year.
Before what?
Before you decide like, okay, we're like together. We're locking in. Like this is my partner. We just like a year. We're seeing each other, spending time together. We do meet each other's friends, and we do things together. But there's not like a.
Why am I introducing you to my friends then? As what? A friend?
As a friend.
As a friend.
As a friend. Even though there's maybe something more happening.
Because here's the thing. I think you can and should casually date before you decide you're exclusively dating. Is that what you're saying?
100%.
Yeah, okay. I think you should casually date before you decide.
I think our time frames for how long that could take is different.
It's not just the time frame.
Yeah. I just also am like, I think I'm really, I can be very extreme, all or nothing. Yeah. And so I think I've gone way too quick before, so now I'm like, let's...
Yes, And I think and that's where you had me in the first half, because I think something I've learned too, and I'm learning, is there's a beauty in taking your time. The journey can really be beautiful, and I'm such an end goal kind of girl. Like, I'm like, oh my God, I see us, you know, hand in hand, and you're my date to the Oscars, or I see, you know what I mean? Like, I see these things. And so I'm such a goal-oriented person, and sometimes that makes me overlook what's happening now because I just want to get there. But then I'm unhappy because I'm like, I'm going to get there, and then I just think about the next thing and the next thing, and I don't land in the present very often. But taking the time to be like, oh, what are we? I don't know. But again, if what you're saying is you should casually date before you exclusively date, 100%.
Yes, you should casually date before you exclusively date. I'm saying that I could do that for a lot longer at this point in my life than I think I ever would have wanted to.
Yeah.
Before.
Sure.
Yeah.
Drop in the comments. Are you casually dating for a year before you? And maybe you were being hyperbolic.
Honestly, I wasn't. I just like my last relationship was just so anxious, latch, decision.
It was.
In a way that, like, looking back, I'm like, this person probably would not have even really been a big part of my life for the long term had I not been so, like, I don't even know, not confused, but just so anxious and so giving it time and, like, really, really.
Was the exclusivity the problem, or was it the healing, the learning better attachment styles, the figuring out how to listen to your red flags?
Right.
But
it was just the amount of time that I gave it. I don't think I gave it enough time. It was really serious very soon for me.
Yes.
And I think that...
Yes. Don't get crazy serious crazy time.
I wish that I'd given it more time to really, really get to know him. And honestly, the amount of time that might have taken truly might have been 7 months to a year, right?
So it sounds like consistency is the antidote to false hope. And that's my thing too. Like, I have to start realizing I need to give men time to prove to prove is strong, but to show me that they can be consistent.
Yeah.
Because people can keep up fronts for a long time.
Yeah. Also, the thing you said before about listening to the one who he said he didn't want to get married, right? It's like, that was a you versus him thing. And this goes to my question, or my thing about when I said, oh, I don't believe in wrong timing, which now I actually think I might. But, like, that's a thing that, like, feels like him. He's like, I don't want to get married. But then it's like, what about those moments where it's like everything else does line up, but it feels like just the thing that they want, maybe they don't want that thing right now.
Yeah.
Right? And so now you're dating the potential or false hope, because you're hoping that if you give it enough time, the timing will start to match up.
Yeah. And I think I've heard stories of people, and I know people who are like, I didn't want kids before I met you, or I didn't, you know what I mean?
Right, and
I think
to live in that dream.
Yeah, and the flip side is true, right? Like, men will be like, oh, I can convince her to want kids, right? And if a woman doesn't want kids, she doesn't want kids, right? So I think it can happen that minds change. Yeah. And I also think so often, like, things that didn't work in previous relationships, those didn't work because those relationships didn't work, right? Like, we all haven't had a relationship that worked until we do. But I think there's some allowance for change. Like, if you said, if everything else works out and you're like, listen, we want to give this time and figure out where it goes, sure. But I also think if you know that that's a core belief that you had, it is to me.
Right, it's respecting.
It's me respecting you enough to say, okay, this is really what you think. And then what you want, and I want that for you.
Yeah.
I want that life for you.
Yeah.
It's not mine, and that's how I had to let that man go. I said, you should be able to have what you want. It ain't gonna be me. It ain't gonna be me. And what he wanted with me, but he couldn't have it. Go to hell.
Oh.
No, I'm kidding. Go with love.
Whew. Well, that's the couch. I think we should end on one final phrase.
Okay. Consistency is the antidote to false hope. Oh, we didn't even practice that. I like you. See how we think you hope.
So our last segment of the day is we're gonna do. He said what? And I have a crazy one for you guys today.
Oh, you're signing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I sent it to Kaya because my phone's recording. This is one of the most insane messages I've ever received. I'm just gonna read it. He messages me, Sniffies. Fart fetish jock here. Sends me a body pic. He's kind of hot, muscle guy. I said, what else are you into? Because, I may not be into that, but we might be into some other overlapping things. He goes, getting my shitty ass fucked and watching dudes shit their underwear.
It's just, you try to be an ally. I won't say anymore.
It's so sad because his body's tea. Like, he looks hot.
Oh, no, his body's tea.
Fart fetish jock. Getting my shitty ass fucked and watching dudes shit their under. Like, you just want me to come over and shit myself? You just want me to come over, stand there, and shit myself in front of you? Like, do you like the face that I make when I do? Like,
you ever just wonder how you got here?
Yeah, like, what is the kink behind that, right?
No, me in my life right now. Wondering how I got here.
To this moment where I'm sitting next to some homosexual reading a message.
And he started with, before a picture, he started with fart fetish jock.
Fart fetish jock here, like, tagline. Hey, fart fetish jock here. Just so you know.
That's a little name tag.
And again, believe men the first time.
I
said, what else are you into? And he said, I'm going to dig deeper into
this. No, he said, you must not have heard about me. I said, fart fetish
You
jock.
must not know about me.
Don't bring me
You must not know about me.
No, she has no business. And I try so hard not to kink shame. There are some I just can't get.
I'm not going to shame you. I just don't get it. I actually would love someone to come explain it to me. Love is a strong word. I would be interested in someone telling me how it works for them. Because I just don't get it. It's like I'm not even going to get into it.
Yeah,
We've said enough. All right, what's yours?
All right, bitch. What's yours? Mine is, this is more innocuous, but I actually hate whenever guys text anything in this realm. This guy texted me, and it was like one of his first messages on a dating app. So he said, I would love to eat you up, my little chocolate drop. Don't call me chocolate mocha caramel.
You said it,
right?
I do love, because you love caramel.
I know, but it just feels weird to me when you're like,
my chocolate queen.
My chocolate, my newbie, you just so chocolate. Hold on.
Like exotifying you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's never a black man who'll say that to you. Well,
no.
A hotep will call you his newbie queen.
It's different when they say it, though.
It's different when a black man says it. It's like, yes, because you my chocolate brother.
Right, you see me.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But a Middle Eastern man gonna call you his chocolate queen.
And he just gonna be racist.
And he well,
maybe on accident, but
right. I said big old accident. That's what that means. And so that's mine. Sometimes I'm like, do you be reading this before you press send or no? Because I'm good for it. My message was hello to you too.
Right.
Because what happened to hi?
Yeah. What happened to
My name
how are
is.
you? Yes. How are you doing today?
What do you like to do for fun?
What are you looking for?
Right. My chocolate. I just want to eat you.
Fart fetish jock here.
And you won. And you won. We should start doing a ranking for he said what? Like, who has the worst messages, because that would incentivize us. You won today.
I have another funny one too. I'll save it for later.
Is it the other one you're thinking about?
Mm-hmm.
We need a break.
That one's a good one because it actually starts off
I need a break.
Pretty clean, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh.
It was he did have a little razzle.
He started with a hi, my name is.
Yeah.
How are you? And now I'm gonna get a little crazy. Yeah. Okay. Well,
that's a wrap on episode 5.
Wow.
You guys, I didn't realize how passionately I felt about this episode. We laughed, we cried, I cried.
Yeah, you did.
I just love you.
Oh, I love you too.
I love my friends.
You want
so
the best
much.
for me.
You
want better for me than I want for me.
Come on, somebody.
And I need that to not change. Because you can't want better for your man. Like, you can't want better for a relationship than they want. I need you to stay wanting better for me.
Oh.
Because one day it'll
by osmosis.
Exactly.
Good.
Exactly.
Good. Well, y'all know what we always say. Go ahead and do it for the plot. Have a good one.
Bye.